Greetings, YouTube. There are people in the world who have been hurt, and they were hurt by the people in their lives that they should have most been able to trust, their own family members. Sometimes that is verbal abuse. For example, being told you're stupid every single day of your life. I can tell you about that one. It can be physical abuse, where you get hit because you don't react the way someone who is an alcoholic wants you to react, even though the person who's the alcoholic has no idea what they actually want. They just want something other than what you're doing right now because they don't know how to react to that. But they do know how to react if somebody's screaming in pain. That they know what to do with. And unfortunately, that kind of abuse can lead to cycles of one generation passing abuse on to the next generation. Speaking purely for myself, I come from a long line of alcoholics. As far back as anyone can remember, all the way back. All the men in my family were abusive alcoholics. They abused their kids, they abused their wives, they ran out on them occasionally, they drank on the job, they did horrible, terrible things, and they passed it on to their kids who grew up to do horrible, terrible things onto the next generation. And I watched that, and I experienced it, and I didn't copy it. I broke the cycle. And some of us have done that. Some of the people right here, right now in the world today are those cycle breakers. We have severed that connection to our past, so we are not passing on those terrible, horrible things onto somebody else. In addition to having suffered verbal and physical abuse from my family, I also happen to suffer sexual assault from two adults outside my family. And I haven't passed that on either. And that's important. Because even though we hurt, even though the damage was done to us, and we have every right in the world to be angry, to be hurt, to be wounded, it takes the effort we absolutely have to exert to stop the cycle, to begin the path to healing. And we can do that. It's not easy, and you can start it any day. From the day you first realize it's wrong in the world, if you're a kid, all the way up until, like me, you're 58. In therapy once a month, on antidepressants probably for the rest of my life. Diagnosed with ADHD last year, and I'm having a neurological test done in May. I'm continuing to discover who I am, and I'm working at using that information to help me continue my path forward. And even though there are days where it sucks, there are days when you just want to give up, when I just want to curl into a little ball and pretend nothing in the world exists. One of the things I can hold on to, one of the things that's mine, is I broke the cycle. I'm not my father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather, my great-great-great-grandfather. I'm none of them. The ground I stand on is mine. And no one can take that from me. And there are days that's the only rock I got to hold on to. So to all the other cycle breakers out there, thank you. I know that how hard you've had to fight to do it. And never forget for a second that where you stand is yours. that you are powerful, you are brave, and don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise.